Part 2, The Human Problems, Understanding Parkinson's Law. Thus far, we have covered only the technical aspects of creating your own banking system through dividend-paying whole life insurance. Now we must face the human problems. C. Northcott Parkinson, 1909 through 1993, was a British essayist, lecturer, and economist who left us with some valuable writings of his observations. One of the best is his little book, Parkinson's Law, in which he brilliantly isolates some of the limitations of us all, particularly the behavior of individuals within a group. He makes one painfully aware of the futility of expecting good results from committees. He reminds me of a sign at a church that read, "God so loved the world that he did not send a committee." In Parkinson's Law, he says, work expands to meet the time envelope allowed. Check it out. Give a person a job to do and give a time limit of 3 days to complete it. You can bet the grocery money that it won't get done until late on the 3rd day. Now assign the same job but allow 30 days for its completion, and you should not be surprised that it is finished late on the 30th day. He also noted that a luxury once enjoyed becomes a necessity. Can you remember when we did not have air-conditioned automobiles? Would you think of buying one without air conditioning? Not me. And he said expenses rise to equal income. It is true. Income is limited for us all, but our wishes far exceed our ability to fund them. When a pay raise comes along, it is very quickly absorbed by a new definition of necessities. It doesn't have to be this way, but it is. Parkinson's Law must be overcome daily. If you cannot do so, then just go ahead and give up. You are destined to become a slave. That's the bad news. The good news is, if you can whip Parkinson's Law, you will win by default, because your peers can't do it. And everything you do in the financial world is compared with what they are doing. In all our efforts at establishing priorities, we should begin with a thorough consideration of the truth of Parkinson's Law. Parkinson once told a story about a British government official who served at the time of World War I. Young civil servants used to bustle into his office waving documents, emphasizing the high priority of this and the top secrecy of that. He would listen patiently and tell each young person to leave his paper on the desk. Then, as the youth reached the door, he would call out, "Oh, one thing, sir. Remember Rule 6. "Yes, sir, of course." The young worker would reach the door and then turn back, having had another thought. "But excuse me, sir, what is Rule 6? "Rule 6 is as follows. Don't take yourself too seriously." Once more the youth would be at the door and with his hand on the doorknob and would turn back as a new idea struck him. "But, sir," he would ask, what are the other rules?" "Young man," would come back the reply, "there are no other rules."